The fourth part of our journey begins from Antalya, so we hired a car and drove to Pamukkale, which is about 3.5 hours from there. It was a bit of a bummer to drive the car on the right hand side of the road, as we're used to driving it on the left in Australia, so it took some time for us to get used to it. The roads were good and there wasn't too much of traffic. The first break of our journey was alongside a roadside cafe, and the food was delicious, and there was a small Turkish restaurant as well nearby. So as usual, we packed up some food and we continued our journey. So on our way, we passed through this big city called Denizli. We have never heard of this city before, but it was quite big. So while we were driving, we were chatting and contemplating the meaning of our journey. And finally, we get a glimpse of the beautiful limestone formations. At last, we got there.
Visualization of 83rd century.
What is here?
அங்கே திருப்பி கட்டறோம்.
வகி வச்சிருக்கானுங்க.
அந்த கைடு. கபாலம்.
பாலமம்.
Now we get a glimpse of the Metropolis Roman ruins. This place seemed to be a big settlement and it had all the amenities from that period of time. We also came across these stone coffins. Seem to have been made with this infamous Roman concrete. This place seemed to be like a modern metropolis with roads and this was interesting because this seemed to be like a water supply to the city. And finally, we made it to this big Colosseum. This would have been a big feat of engineering around that period of time. After a bit of walking, we came to the Colosseum. Well, we could say the Colosseum is the Roman architecture at its best. Unfortunately, the access to the inner Colosseum rooms were not allowed, so we weren't able to go and see the rooms where the gladiators used to live and get out for the fight. There was a bit of mixed emotions as this is the place where a lot of gladiators fought and lost their lives. There were writings everywhere and I think they were all written in Greek. Seemed to be like there was a lot of archaeological activities going around in that area. There were these huge building columns and other artifacts around that area. I think the stadium could host at least 3,000 to 4,000 people who were cheering the fights that were going on in the Colosseum. After taking a lot of photos, we moved on from the Colosseum. After about 10-15 minutes of walking, we come to the natural hot
But you can
water
see-
mineral spring. This place is where the hot water spring originates and flows on to create the beautiful limestone formations later. Walking downstream, we come to the Cleopatra's antique pool. This is a beautifully created pool and we couldn't resist taking a dip in it. The water was perfect 36 degrees and we could actually feel the minerals in the water. After a very refreshing dip, we moved on to see the beautiful limestone formations. Finally, here it is, the beautiful, magical place which we dreamed of. The weather was perfect, the sky was beautiful, and it gave us a sense of why we were traveling. We knew this is going to be a one-time life opportunity to view this beautiful landscape. So we took our cameras and took as many pictures as we can. We couldn't get enough of the beauty of this place, so we kept moving around and taking photos after photos. It was like snow with crystal blue water. The reflections of the setting sun was giving it a mesmerizing, beautiful view. It's said to be that Cleopatra used to come and bathe in these mineral-rich waters.
Salt, but they don't mineral.
And we know why the Romans settled down in this beautiful place. The evening sun was almost creating a mirage. This place lifted our spirits and gave us the motivation to travel more and explore more. The sunset was magical and the place was magical. We couldn't have asked for more.
Can't get out this nature.
Finally, the day was coming to an end and we had to walk back to our car where we parked at least 5 kilometers away. The scale and beauty of this place made us realize how feeble and strong we are at the same time. We are just another speck in the ocean. As the night falls, we had to drive 4 hours back to Antalya.